Hello everyone, happy Sunday, happy full moon, although it hasn't really been the happiest full moon, let's be honest, and happy Mercury going direct. It is no longer stationed as of today. It is no longer in the microwave. It's no longer being a hater. A lot of people have been asking me what's going on with the energies, what's up with this full moon, what's going on with my throat chakra. I'm feeling a lot of fire in my throat. Is this my energy? Is this my masculine's energy, my twin flame? What is this? So I'm going to explain all of this and how we can determine if it's your energy, if it's your masculine, your counterpart's energy, and what is going on with the astrological energies, what's going on in the cosmos. And also, if you haven't purchased my astrology guidebook, it's an ebook that I created. It's on my website in the shop. I highly recommend you do if you guys want to learn a little bit more about the basics about astrology, all the signs, all the planets, all the retrogrades, what they all mean, and what you can expect with each one. It's 33 pages long, really easy to follow, and then I give you some good resources at the end where you can do your natal chart. Okay, so what's going on with the energies? Right now we have full moon. We are under the full moon that is in the sign of Gemini. Now, why this is so big, especially for twin flames, and what's going on is it's coinciding. This is very huge, okay? It's coinciding with Mercury going direct. So Mercury is the planet of communication. Because it's been in retrograde, meaning it's just kind of stopped, it's been stagnant. People say it goes backwards, but that's actually an illusion. So it stops, which means there's a lot of delay in communication. There's a lot of misunderstandings, even like travel delays. Everything just tends to slow down. Technology problems, like that's why we had so many phone issues. Instagram went down, like I think Microsoft went down a couple weeks ago. There's just so much stuff that happens in terms of communication. But it went direct today with the full moon, which is in the sign of Gemini. This is very exciting because the sign of Gemini, so you have Mercury, which is a planet of communication, and you have the sign of Gemini, which I like to consider is the sign of communication. Now, Geminis are very communicative. They love to express themselves. They're very bold when they talk. They love to talk, okay? Now, why this is so big, and also if you have your Chiron in Gemini, this is huge. Like I have my Chiron in Gemini. A lot of people I know have their Chiron in Gemini. My DM has his Chiron in Gemini. The Chiron, if you guys don't know, is your wounded healer, which I explain in my ebook. When you have your Chiron in Gemini and you have events like the full moon in Gemini, it's going to kind of highlight these kinds of things because the Chiron in Gemini is basically saying, I don't feel seen, I don't feel heard. This is where you feel wounded, right? You want to feel understood, and you often feel misunderstood. You want to be seen, you want to be heard. You want to express yourself in the best possible way to everyone because you want to help people with your words. Hence why I do what I do. But we oftentimes will feel very misunderstood unless you start to heal that, right? So you got to heal your Chiron. You got to heal your wounded healer. So anyway, so this kind of stuff is going to come up with the full moon in Gemini. Now, because we have also Mars in retrograde, there's a lot of introspection going on. There's a lot of ego deaths coming on. We are getting triggered to the max. A lot of divine masculines are doubting the connection. They're doubting if it's actually real. They're doubting if the divine feminine is still into them. And then because we can feel the divine masculines, that is creating doubt within the divine feminine. The divine feminine starts to think this is their own doubts, okay? So this is where it can be very confusing for twin flames because we feel our divine masculine so much, we start to think that it's ours. Hence why with the throat chakra, with a lot of divine feminines that are constantly clearing their throat or their throat starts hurting out of nowhere, sometimes we're like, is this mine? Is this my counterpart? It's like, what's going on when you're not getting communication? So the full moon is basically going to enhance these areas where you want to really express yourself because like I said, the sign of Gemini is the sign of communication. You want to get your truth out. And especially with Mercury going direct, it's going to push you even more to want to communicate. This is why a lot of divine feminines are feeling their divine masculines wanting to come forward, wanting to speak their truth, admit their feelings, or take some sort of action. This is what's going on with a lot of divine feminines and divine masculines. But this doesn't only apply to twin flames. This can also apply to soulmates. You can be feeling your friends or your partner that's a soulmate wanting to speak their truth. Now I'm going to show you a little exercise that came to me randomly earlier this week because I was feeling like I had to keep clearing my throat. And now here's how you can kind of tell, is this your energy, if this is someone else's energy? Now, when someone randomly pops into your mind, and like it's a lot, and you're not even you're not trying to think about them, and you don't miss them, but they're popping into your mind, and suddenly your throat starts clearing. This was happening to me a lot on Thursday, and your throat just keeps clearing and clearing and clearing. That is most likely them that wants to communicate with you. But a little exercise that you can test to make sure is you can say to yourself, higher self, do I need to communicate anything with so-and-so? Because a lot of times the throat chakra feels blocked because it's either you needing to express your truth, needing to get something out, or you're feeling that they need to communicate with you. So you can say, higher self, do I need to communicate with so-and-so? And then see how you feel. Do you feel at ease? Does your chest and throat area feel clear? Or are you like, or do you start coughing and choking, right? Then you can say, higher self, does so-and-so need to communicate with me? Do they wish to say anything? And then you start testing out the throat. Are you choking? Are you coughing? Are you clearing your throat? Do you have saliva in your throat? This is a great way to see if this is your energy or if it is or someone else's energy. Now, I wouldn't tap into their energies without their higher self's consent, because that's just a no-no. You don't want to go and ask, what is it that they want to say? It's just so you know if this is coming from your energy field or if this is theirs. Because a lot of times we're taking cough medicine and taking honey and lemon and all this stuff, and nothing is helping because it's not ours. So it's a good way to see, okay, do I need medicine? Do I need to clear my throat? Or is this an energetic thing that I'm feeling? Divine Feminines, I want you guys to try to be as patient as possible. I know there are a lot of Divine Feminines that are just tired of waiting. This is also caused by the full moon. The full moon, because it's in a masculine sign. Gemini is a masculine sign, which masculine signs tend to be impulsive, especially if it's a fire sign. Although this one's air, but still, masculine signs are very assertive, action oriented. But it's also creating a lot of doubt because you're feeling your divine masculine's doubt. So try to be as patient as possible. Continue focusing on yourselves. You can send them love. You can talk to them in the 5D and say, hey, I'm ready for you to communicate with me whenever you're ready. Don't feel rushed. Do not feel don't try to rush your divine masculine in the 5D. That is not okay. The last thing you want to do is make your divine masculine feel pressured to contact you. If they want to contact you, they will. But keep yourself in a high vibrational energy. And I know it's hard because this full moon has been really brutal, but just remember everything is happening for a reason. Everything that is coming up during the Mars retrograde especially, there's a lot of introspection, a lot of reflection. It is meant to happen. We are having a lot of breakdowns to have breakthroughs. It's so that we can be at our highest vibration and our highest timeline, okay? You want to receive divine union when you guys are at your highest timeline. You don't have to be 100% healed, but you want to be ready for them when they are ready. One thing I forgot to mention is to call on Archangel Gabriel and visualize blue light on your throat chakra to assist with your throat chakra blockage. I hope this video has helped. Have a great rest of your weekend.